All right, next up is Monster. Urasawa Naoki's Monster. Amazing anime series.
I watched a few episodes of Monster, and I gotta say, I really want to continue watching it. I need the time and place to do it, but I really want to watch Monster. I watched a few episodes of Monster, and it was surprising that it has like 70 episodes. I was really surprised because usually anime like this has like 24 episodes, but it's really surprising. But it's a good thing because it's like more build up.
He is one of the greatest modern day mangakas, and Monster is definitely his like magnum opus. That and 20th Century Boys is definitely up there for some of my favorite Urasawa works. I personally prefer 20th Century Boys just slightly, but because there is no anime adaptation of
If I were to give my opinion on Monster right now, I would definitely put it in. I'm trying to think. What would I put Monster? I put Monster maybe in like great.
Monster, or rather 20th Century Boys and Monster there is. I'm gonna have to give points to Monster for that. I mean, Monster is amazing. Let's be real, Monster is freaking amazing.
Yeah, I put it in
Johan
amazing.
is one of the greatest anime villains ever written, and it has just such an immaculate atmosphere in terms of just giving you that very unsettling, creepy vibe, while also having no idea where the story is going to go. And I think that's
agree.
very refreshing for a mystery anime. So yeah, Mononoke.
All right, Mononoke is gonna be in a high masterpiece. Mainly why? Because the story is so good, the animation is good. If you follow the story, it is amazing. It is amazing. Mononoke is probably one of the best animes I've watched, and it's definitely in my top 10. Definitely my top 10. Please put it in amazing, Joey, please.
Wow, this list was really made for me, Jesus Christ. Mononoke, hands down, one of the most atmospheric shows in anime. Even though it's classified as a horror, it is unlike your other horror anime out there where they rely
Also, it's getting a movie, and I'm glad it's getting a movie.
a lot on things like,
Even though it leaked, I'm not watching the leaked version.
over the top violence or, just like really creepy imagery and stuff like that. No, Mononoke is so subtle in its horror. And it's interesting as well, the fact that when they decided to make this, they really decided to make the colors pop out. Because one thing you'll notice about a lot of horror shows, for instance, prior to Mononoke, and even
I never considered Mononoke a horror anime. It doesn't seem like a horror anime to me. It really doesn't.
the kind of use of mute colors, which makes sense in a traditional horror storytelling and visual aspect. But Mononoke decided to go the complete opposite way and somehow managed to create one of the most creepy, unsettling atmospheres in a very, very colorful show. And I think
it's crazy. I don't consider Mononoke a horror. It doesn't seem like a horror to me.
it is absolutely brilliant. Easily one of the
yes.
best horror anime ever made. I'm going to throw it up at one of a kind. There is really no horror anime, or rather, there is no anime at all that is similar to or on the same level as Mononoke. All right, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Again,
I watched it. It was 26 episodes. My personal opinion on it, Shinji is the most annoying character in the whole world. He's so bad. I hate him. I hate Shinji, bro. I hate Shinji. So also Asuka. Rei is the only freaking character I freaking like. As in the story, I'm not really a good. I'm not a huge mecha fan when it comes to mecha anime, but when it comes to the story, I think Evangelion does a really good job.
Kind of another like no-brainer in terms of like it's a great fucking show. Are there some slow segments in it? Yes. Does the ending sequence still
Bro, the elevator scene where Asuka and Rei is gotta be the funniest thing in the world. It's just them in an elevator for like hours.
confuse the shit out of me? Yes, but I can appreciate it for what it is. I think it's an amazing show. I mean, Ava is great. Come on now, don't lie to yourself. Toradora. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised Toradora is on here. Toradora I really enjoyed. If I am being honest though, Golden Time is just a better show by the same author.
Toradora. I rewatched it a few weeks ago. And I gotta say, how to do the anime, I wasn't really a fan. I wasn't really a fan, especially the whole like the dude who's like trying to give up his he's mad because the president's going to another school. I think she was going to America. I'm like, it's probably one of my favorite romance anime and anime in general, but I would never rewatch it again.
There were some episodes, especially in the middle of Toradora, that got really, really dragged out, in my opinion. Also, I'm just not a tsundere person, so Tiger just annoyed the shit out of me. Although, out of all the tsunderes I know, Tiger is probably up there as one of my favorite tsunderes, just because of the character development she went through. And the art is still good. The art is aged well, but I think I'll throw it in great. It is a great show. I do enjoy it, but again, I think Golden Time is just better. Samurai Champloo, another Watanabe Shinichiro anime.
I got a hot take. Samurai Champloo is overrated. I mean, I hate using the word overrated. It is severely overhyped. It is severely overhyped to the point that I don't get why people like people. I get why people like it because of aesthetic, but it's like, in my general opinion, it is not a good anime. I mean, it's repetitive. That's what I meant to say. It's repetitive. And yeah, I don't get the hype for it. It's a good anime, but I just never got the hype for it. Champloo. Okay, here's what I'm gonna thing, right? They go off to see the parent, get the girl's parent. I forgot her name. And it's just a repeat. They go to the town, they get robbed, they need money. It's the same thing over and over again. So I'm like, I don't get like why people like it.
I think personally it's better than I think it's personally better than Cowboy Bebop, but I am going to throw it up in amazing just because, again, I feel I don't want to throw it up in one of a kind because it does kind of evoke the same
I would definitely say it's great, but I wouldn't say it's amazing.
type of, I guess, uniqueness as Cowboy Bebop does. And there have been, quite a few shows that have kind of bitten off the style of Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, but that doesn't take away from the fact that both these shows are freaking amazing. And
all I know is Champloo is really every black person likes Champloo.
Shuncho is goated. All right, Hunter x Hunter. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to throw it up in no opinion, purely because I have actually not watched the anime. I'm fully caught up to the manga, but I've never actually sat down and watched the anime. I mean, look, I fucking love the manga. Togashi is an absolute god.
Hunter x Hunter. What is my general opinion on Hunter x Hunter? I think Hunter x Hunter is probably one of the best shonen, probably one of the shonen out there. And I don't really have any issues with it. Realistically, I don't. I can't really say anything bad about it.
Loved Yu Yu Hakusho and loved Hunter x Hunter now that I'm finally caught up to it, but I'm going to be straight up and honest with you guys. In this case, in terms of the anime for Hunter x Hunter, I'm sure it's fucking brilliant, but me personally, I haven't watched a single episode of the anime, so I'm going to just throw it up in no opinion for the time being. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I have watched JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 1. I have not watched the other parts. Part 1 is definitely like a 6 out of 10 for me. Mainly because it's like, I don't know. I think Haman is like the most irritating. Like, I heard Haman so many times in my ear, the whole series, that I just hate it. And I'm like, I can't wait for it just to be stands, bro.
See, this one's tough because we're up to part 6 now, at least of us recording this video. Hopefully part 7 comes out soon because that is one of my favorites. I think putting that all together, I'm going to throw JoJo up in great. I think the only thing that's stopping it from being in the amazing...
I'm on part 1 so far, and I'll definitely agree. It's definitely in the great category.
Category is that just some of the parts were just kind of underwhelming, but the parts that were good were fucking good. So let's go in the middle and throw it in great. All right, Attack on Titan. Well, considering the fact that I am actually yet to watch the final season...
I'm going to say this. I watched Attack on Titan just to catch up to season 4 of the series. I do not remember anything from anime. I don't. I remember nothing from that. I remember season 4, but I do not remember anything past that. And I would probably say I put Attack on Titan voice crack. I'll probably put Attack on Titan in... I'll say I put it in one of a kind. Definitely one of a kind.
Yes, I still haven't done that yet. I'm going to throw it from what I have seen, which is, it's amazing. I mean, season 1 was an absolute banger of a season. And season 3, oh my god, the shenanigans that season 3 gets into, I was just hyped every single goddamn episode. And look, I don't know about how good the ending is to me personally. I've heard some people say it's a masterpiece. I've heard some people say it's dog shit.
The thing is about when it comes to anime, I hate when people want to... If they say something, you will automatically have to agree to it. Like they will press you until you have to agree with it. Oh, this ending is awful. Well, let me watch the anime. No, dude, it's awful. No, dude, let me watch the anime and let me give my opinion on it.
don't know. So at least from how much I have seen so far, I think it's amazing. But hey, it might go up or down depending on how I feel about the ending. Oh, okay. Another one I wasn't expecting to see. やはり俺の青春ラブコメは間違っている. This show is amazing.
All right, bro, we get it. You're really good at Japanese, man. I'm just kidding. I remember watching this. I watched all the seasons too. First, second, and first two seasons were freaking good. I love the drama in it. I highly recommend you watch it.
This is easily one of my favorite light novel adaptations ever created.
Yeah,
The
it's so
art is
good.
amazing. Hachiman is just such a refreshing main character for a romantic drama.
Exactly. He's not like these like he can't make friends, but it's like he wants to put himself in like certain situations. No one else does it, and it's kind of like in a situation where you could do it like the easy way, like cut like baby them, or do it like the stream way, which I love it, bro. Like I love the way he does like the stream situation. It's always good and it always works. It makes him look like the bad person, but it does work.
Romantic comedy story like this. I will definitely say, if we were talking about the light novel, I would be more inclined to throw it up in One of a Kind. It is easily one of the best light novels I've ever read, next to, say, Boogie Pop Phantom, for instance. But the anime adaptation was superb. Opening was killer. Voice acting was killer. Visuals were killer. It's easily one of the best romantic.
I wish they didn't turn his hair green. That's the only thing.
Okay,
I have no
Hataraku
opinion.
Mao-sama. Devil's a part-timer.
Oh my gosh, my opinion on Devil Part Timer. Watch the first season. Do not watch the second season. The second season was so freaking boring. The second season Part-Time Devil is so extremely boring. It is boring. I highly suggest no one watches the second season of Part-Time Devil. It is boring.
I quite enjoyed this one, although I didn't enjoy it as much as like other people did around me. Still a good show though. I'm gonna throw it up in good. I just thought it was all right. I definitely saw the good aspects of the show, but I wasn't as crazy about this show as other people were. But still think it's a good show and definitely recommend it. Welcome to the NHK. God damn, we're getting really.
Oh, I've watched this anime. I watched it I remember watching this and I nearly cried. This is one of the animes that made me nearly cry because the story is so freaking sad. It's so sad. You don't even have to even relate to the anime. You will feel everything the main character feels. All right, see you later, bro. You will feel everything the main character is feeling in that anime.
Really fucking pretentious with this. Welcome to the NHK is just incredibly depressing. One of the most depressing shows I've ever watched, but it deals with this idea of loneliness and solace and seclusion from the world in such real ways. Although it's not perfect, I think the way that it depicts it is very, very real, and the fact that it manages to do it in a very entertaining way that has aged very well, I think deserves its praises. I'm going to throw it up in great. I think Welcome to the NHK is a great freaking show. Madoka Magica. Well, if we're talking about the original TV series, I would be inclined to throw it up in great. I think it's a great show. The whole...
Oh my gosh. This is one of the few animes I watch, and I thought it would be like this little girly girl show, like a magical girl show. It is, but I thought it would be like one of those magical girls. I was wrong. In the first 2 episodes, I am scarred from her death. And I'm not going to spoil if you haven't watched it, but I am scarred from her death.
Deconstruction of Maho Shoujo stuff started from Madoka Magica and was popularized from it. I haven't seen any of the movies, so I don't know what any of those like. I'm just purely basing it off the TV series. Episode 3, or I think 4, I forgot which one it was, has a crazy plot twist that no one at the time saw coming. You know, it really is like the era death scene of anime plot twist now. Like, everyone knows about it, but it's still shocking, you know? But yeah, I freaking love Madoka Magica. Although the ending did get a little bit weird and confusing for my liking. I can appreciate it for what it was. I think this show really was doing something very risky, but I think it paid off.
I was going to pause and
we
say
got another
it,
Science Saru show, Ping Pong the Animation. I mean,
bro, Ping Pong the Animation is it's a goated sports anime, and no one convinced me otherwise. The animation, the story. Hey, what's up, Adam? Welcome to the stream. Ping Pong the Animation is probably one of the not the best, but one of the... It's a series you need to watch. You need to watch Ping Pong the Animation if you like sports anime. The story is so good. The animation is so good. Even though it's ping pong, it's so good. I highly suggest you guys watch it. I made a video on it too.
I mean, Ping Pong is one of a kind. It's
Exactly.
defined as a sports anime, you know, obviously involving in table tennis, but the themes of table tennis is not the center of this show. The entire center of this show is this internal struggle of the characters coming to terms with win.
Basically, yeah, I'm gonna cut him off for a few, but it's basically like the main character feeling like it's one of the antagonists, bro. They feel like they can't they feel like the game is all they have. It's like if they lose, then it's all over, and they feel like there's nothing past it. And that's something in like haiku, like when you lose, like, oh wow, I won't be able to play another game, even though I heavily enjoy this game, and it's so good. It's highly so good.
And
What's up, Adam?
losses and how to deal
Welcome
with
to
their
stream.
mental in terms of this very competitive space that they've thrown themselves in. And Science Star again just goes absolutely fucking ham on this show. I love it. Incredible. I feel like I'm going to throw a lot of Science Star shows up here just because I'm that kind of anime fan. But yeah, Ping Pong is amazing. You know, if
It's
you can get
great.
past the very weird and bizarre visuals, I guarantee
Exactly.
you will have a very
People said the animation was like the art style is horrible. Oh, bye Adam. They say the art style is horrible, bro. I think the art style makes Ping Pong.
very profound experience watching Ping Pong. Wow, in April. Look, well, as someone who played classical piano for
Your Lie in April is another show that I highly recommend people watch because it is dark. It is really dark. Really, really dark. I mean, it's for a romance anime, it's really, really dark. Um, yeah, that's really the only thing I can say without spoiling it.
11 years. Again, like Non Non Biyori, this one kind of hit me in a very personal spot. But I will say, other than that aspect for 11 years, again, like Non Non Biyori, this one kind of hit me in a very personal spot. But I will say, other than that aspect and the classical music and, you know, the memorable characters and stuff like that.
Your Lie in April's opening will always be one of the best openings of anime. Voice correct.
The ending was kind of expected. I'd say, you know, a lot of people I heard were like,
I got spoiled by the ending. Wild. I got spoiled by the ending of Your Lie in April. I was spoiled, so.
Were crying at the end of Your Lie in April. I didn't really get to that point because I kind of saw it coming. Maybe that was just me, but either way, I think it's a beautiful show. I'm gonna throw it up in good. I thought it was a good show. Roughly film of all time. I mean, this is one of a kind, right? Like, come on now. Like, Princess Mononoke is easily the best Ghibli film. No.
Not true. Not true. I think Spirited Away is better than Princess Mononoke. I think Spirited Away is a way better film than Princess Mononoke, in my opinion. The story, Princess Mononoke, I think I kind of put them at the same, but I rate Spirited Away more because Spirited Away was like, I think I watched it 4 times because I was going to do a video on it, but I don't think I'm ready to do like a movie anime review. I'm not ready for that. But I'd say Princess Mononoke is definitely a really good movie, Ghibli movie, but it's not. I think I put Spirited Away way more above Princess Mononoke. In my general opinion.
Question. And I'm not including Nausicaa because technically it's not Ghibli, but if Nausicaa was also on this list, I would also throw it up in one of a kind. Princess Mononoke is amazing. I've watched that film hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and I still love it to death. It's still beautiful. I still find new things about it. And in a sad way, it's still relevant to this day. So, yeah, great film.
In a sad
love it.
way.
One Punch Man. Okay, look, if we're just talking strictly about season 1, it's fucking amazing. But then
One Punch Man. What is my opinion? One Punch Man is a series that I will say it's fun, but I would never I'll probably watch it, but I don't really think when I watch One Punch Man because it's like Mashle, right? I personally think Mob Psycho is 10 times better than freaking One Punch Man because they have the story of Mob Psycho is light years above One Punch Man in my general opinion. If I would say, I think it's a great anime, but it's not like groundbreaking for me.
then season 2 kind of dropped the ball for me. Not just in terms of animation either. The story just kind of got old, I guess. I don't know. So if we take that all into account, I think One Punch Man was just okay. Mob Psycho was definitely better by the same creator. So I think Mob Psycho is on this list. I don't know.
I'm glad he agrees.
Okay. So yeah, if Mob Psycho is here, then I'm gonna put One Punch Man in just okay. Again, I haven't read the manga, so I don't know how good it's going to get, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it will recover from season 2. Cooley. I mean, come on, boys. It's one of a kind. Fully Cooley, there has been no show.
I would definitely need to rewatch Fully Cooley because it was so confusing to me watching it. I think it was the whole Fully Cooley experience was jarring because you don't know what the heck is going on, but you actually enjoy the animation and the fighting scenes. So it's funny too. So
that has been like what Fully Cooley has. I mean, they tried to make sequels of Fully Cooley with Fully Cooley Progressive and Fully Cooley Alternate, and even the direct sequels or the spiritual successors didn't even come close to the original, and it managed to pull off one of the most unique storytelling methods, which if you actually look below the surface and actually read into the themes of the show and the symbology and the iconography of the show, it is an incredibly dark story, dealing with very, very real problems. And again, the Pillows soundtrack, one of the best soundtracks in anime, period.
I would definitely need to watch Fully Cooley over.
Fully Cooley is 100% my favorite. Absolutely insane. Suba, it's kind of the same with Nichijou. KonoSuba is easily one of my
I made a video on KonoSuba, and someone in the comments said I didn't criticize it or like do a joke or anything. I did a bunch of jokes in that video, more than I usually do. I want to get straight to the point. I would say KonoSuba is probably one of the funniest animes not all time, but probably one of the funniest animes to watch. It is basically like it's so hilarious. The main character is just really funny, and I didn't have anything bad to say about it because there's really nothing bad to say about it. It's a funny isekai that you can enjoy. It's that simple.
favorite comedy anime ever created, but like One Punch Man, some of the seasons just don't hit as hard as other seasons. I think easily season 1 was definitely the best in terms of just the flow of comedy, the jokes, the visuals, all that kind of stuff, and then it just kind of started to dwindle a little bit, but the movie was fucking hilarious. The KonoSuba movie is amazing. So I think taking all of that into account, I think KonoSuba is just good.
Yeah,
it's not on the level of Nichijou,
you put One Punch Man,
but overall,
okay,
it's a good show. It's a really, really good show. Oh, Blue, I mean, it's one of a kind.
It is one of a kind, bro. It goes through so much in like real life, where I don't want to spoil it and say you probably watched this Perfect Blue. I'm pretty sure you have. If you haven't, I'm sorry, or just mute this part. Perfect Blue is a movie that aged so perfectly. Same with Serial Experiment Lane, because it's the struggle of someone like trying to move past their past lives. The main character is basically trying to move past from her idol days. She wants to become a movie star, and certain people, and you have fans that adore you from doing the idol stuff, obviously. And the movie is literally the definition of what's going on today. People, imagine I think the biggest example is like Nickelodeon stars, right? Nickelodeon stars are like the biggest example. Perfect Blue represents everything like Nickelodeon stars, Disney stars. They represent so much because people will never look past that. They won't look past your prior work, right? They will never see you but anything as a Disney star or a Nickelodeon star. And this movie really does how do I say this? It really does age perfectly. It's probably one of my favorite anime movies, and it is so like realistic because we have like stan accounts, we have like all these people, having these relationships with celebrities that don't even know they exist, and it's such a good movie, and it aged perfectly. I'm glad he put this in one of a kind because it is one of a kind of an anime.
Perfect Blue is, I would say, definitely the best Satoshi Kon film ever made. Is it my favorite Satoshi Kon ever? Not necessarily. I think Millennium Actress is personally my favorite, but Perfect Blue it was insane when it came out, still insane to this day. I mean, the fact that we have entire scenes and movies that are in traditional like Hollywood films, like Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan being basically direct copies of Perfect Blue, I think says a lot of just how revolutionary this anime is. And God, it's so creepy and so dark, but It's so goddamn
It's
good.
so
Like,
dark.
this definitely staples Satoshi Kon's name in the GOAT category for sure. And the final one is Hibike Euphonium.
So this is my opinion on the anime he did. I didn't have much opinions on certain animes, mainly because as much as I watch anime, there's certain animes I have not watched. I like he uses his own name. I can't wait when I get so big I can just use Black Star Japan.